Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Max Zeal Gymnasium here on the campus of SUNY Oswego. We have another SUNYAC women's basketball matchup between the Oswego State Lakers and the SUNY Brockport Golden Eagles here on WTOP 10. My name is Brian Burrows. I'm joined by my broadcast partner, Michael Gross. Mike, how you doing today?
Oh, very good, Brian. It's always good to be back in the Max Zeal Gymnasium, especially when you have two teams that, may be down and out a little bit, but they're still fighting to try and get back in SUNYAC glory.
Agreed. So, let's talk about Oswego a little bit. It's been a tough season. 2 wins in the conference, 5 wins in 22 games overall. What are you looking for in these last 2 games of the season to maybe get a couple late wins? Who are you looking for?
Well, at this point, it's more for morale and to try and pad the stats a little bit. You want to keep your opponents still under 60 points per game, which they've done well this season, but they've prepared for this game. It's not like just because they're out, they've checked out mentally. Coach Pinkerton had them in a film session yesterday after practice or before practice, and they're really trying to win this basketball game no matter what the record is.
And Brockport, they sit just 2 places above Oswego, third to last in the SUNYAC. They are still alive for a playoff spot, though looking a little bleak. What are you seeing from them? What do you think they need to do to maybe clinch that last playoff spot?
Well, Brockport only has 2 wins in their last 11 games. They're 1-4 in their last 5. Haven't exactly played good basketball since the start of the new year, but there's definitely room to turn that around, right? Against the Lakers tonight, who aren't a very strong team. They don't really shoot well from behind the arc. They don't shoot well from the free throw line, but there's plenty of opportunities for this team to play well. And you look at one girl, Kylie Rosbrook for Brockport. She had 24 points in their last outing against the Lakers. She'll look to do more damage again tonight.
Yes, and for the Lakers, Shania Iglesias, she had 16 and 11 in their last game as the Lakers win the tip. She's coming off 16 points in the win versus Oneonta last game.
Iglesias, she could do it all, everywhere on the floor.
As the Lakers control the ball here, Kaivana goes to the lane, off the glass, can't make it, and Brockport comes up the court.
Not what you want early on, an empty possession, especially on the first possession of the game. You want to try and set the tone correctly.
Chelsea Henry here, primary ball handler. She'll go into Rosbrook, guarded by Pickett on the block. Looks for a shot, can't find it. They'll kick it out. Anna Felice, she had 22 in Brockport's last game. Will kick it underneath, and a block by Iglesias.
Really good work there from Diamond Pickett in the beginning to keep grounded and keep her hands up, not fouling. And then Iglesias on the help defense after that fantastic pass there from Anna Felice.
Brockport inbounds to Henry, who out to Rosbrook. She'll drive the lane. A little floater is good at the buzzer. And Brockport grabs the early lead.
That's what you want from your center. You want her to be able to shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor and to create her own shots like she did with the floater.
Lakers here with the ball. Pickett will give it to a cutting Castiglione, and she'll draw the foul in the lane. Castiglione, she is a good role player for this Lakers team. She averages 5 a game, but she can shoot the ball. She can drive, as we just saw. Finds nice cuts. Good facilitator as well.
Yeah, she can kind of play a lot of positions, and she's able to guard the bigger positions as well. She can shoot from the outside, but she's not a really good free throw shooter. So whenever she does get to the line, it's a struggle.
The Lakers try to inbound to Pickett, but it's picked off by Anna Felice as she'll bring the ball up the court for the Golden Eagles. She'll go underneath to Rosbrook, who double-teamed and kicks it back out to Henry for a nice floater.
Really good shot there from Chelsea Henry. Only 6.5 points a game, but if she can find more of those little opportunities getting into the paint with those floaters, seems to be going back-to-back possessions.
As Iglesias will pull the 3, and she'll hit it. Great shot selection by Iglesias there, and pulling the Lakers right back into this.
Shoots about 30% from the outside, about 10 points a game, Iglesias. She's going to need to do more of that for the Lakers.
Brockport here looking to get inside, can't. Anna Felice will pull a 3, and it's a rebound by the Lakers as Castiglione will take it up the court, and she'll get off to Iglesias. Iglesias, her and Kaivana seem to share the ball handling duties when they're on the court together, as we see Iglesias looking to make a move here and kicking out to Kaivana. She'll shoot the 3 and hit it as the Lakers grab a 6-4 lead.
Now that shot is water. Every single time Danielle Kaivana touches the ball, there's a chance that the ball is going to go through the cylinder, especially when she's left open behind the arc.
Henry will drive the lane here. Almost loses the ball and throws it out of bounds as the Lakers will grab possession.
Miscommunication there from Henry and Molly Mahoney. Henry going inside, wanted Mahoney to pop back out to the left wing, and she just wasn't there on the pass.
The Lakers here will look to set up their offense. A cutting Kaivana can't handle the pass, and it's taken by Brockport. Chelsea Henry now looks to run the fast break. She'll kick it out to Felice. And out to Rosbrook. They'll swing it around. Henry will pull the three. Off the glass, no good. And a rebound by Johnson as Castiglione now takes the ball up the court. She will pump fake and give it up to Pickett. Pickett will kick it out to Johnson, who pulled the three. Off the rim, no good. As Felice grabs the rebound and brings it up the court for the Golden Eagles.
Brockport's going to set up their offense here. They're going to try and look for Rosbrook, maybe on a pick and roll.
Felice, nice move through contact, gets it to go. Right through Diamond Pickett on a little Euro step. And Brockport ties his game back up.
That's just a strong move from a crafty guard that can get through those tight spaces in the lane and able to finish at the rack.
Iglesias, a little ISO here, will pick up her dribble. Tight defense by the Golden Eagles, and she'll give it to Pickett in the corner. She'll give it back to Iglesias. He'll drive the lane. Little floater with contact, and it's a charge. Not a good look for Iglesias. Maybe she looks for a kick. I mean, I like the idea of a floater, but you can't be taking early charges and getting into early foul trouble.
Yeah, really good jab step to the left to get the defender moving. And when she got into the lane, full head of steam there, and she just ran into the defender. Although, to me, it didn't look like the defender's feet were set 100%. So call could have gone either way. In the end, it went the way of the Golden Eagles.
Chelsea Henry takes a screen, and she'll drive the lane. She'll kick it out for a three, and it's good by Zoe Zoots. They'll call that 1-2, foot on the line. And Iglesias now sets up the offense for the Lakers. She'll take a high screen from Pickett. And Johnson will kick it to Kaivana, who'll pull the three, and it's good. Kaivana, early 2 for 2 from the three-point line.
She shoots so well from behind the arc. Already 2 good looks that she's knocked down. She's got to do more of that tonight.
Golden Eagles look inside to Rosberg. A good tip away by Pickett. They'll stay with the Golden Eagles, but that's what we like to see from Diamond Pickett. Hard defense on Rosberg. Don't let her get the ball inside, because that's how she's going to beat you. Right,
she brings the energy for this team. When she's on the floor, it electrifies all the girls in white, and she's a big talker, right? She does it all.
Rosberg pulls a three off the inbound, and it's a rebound by Iglesias. She'll push the fast break and slow it down a little bit as Castiglione sets up the offense at the top of the key. She'll draw the foul there as she looked to drive, and foul goes to number 12, Molly Mahoney.
Yeah, good move there from Castiglione, who's going to check out for Raven Encarnacion. Really good move, able to use her body inside, and now we're going to have a stoppage in play here as the official, I think he's looking at the clock, with 5:07 left in the first quarter here. Maybe it's a shot clock error.
You know, both teams have looked good. They're hitting shots. Good defense down below by the Lakers is not allowing Rosbrook to really get going here, which is what they really need to do in this game, as Kaivana will pump fake in the corner and inlet to Pickett, who will go off the glass. That's good. That is what the Lakers want to see. Pickett is a very big body down low, and if she can use that presence down low, it's going to be good for the Lakers.
Right, Kaivana setting up outside. She's already made 2 threes, and instead she wants to try and draw the defense out to her. Great bounce pass inside, and a good finish from Pickett.
As Rosberg couldn't handle the pass over the top, and it'll be out of bounds as another turnover by the Golden Eagles and a timeout here. So early league for Oswego, 11-8 with 4:40 to go here. What have you seen so far from the Lakers that you've liked?
Well, there's a lot of deceptiveness on offense, right? If you're a one-trick pony, your team is not going to go far. And they've had some issues with that this season, but already you see Kaivana She shot 2 threes, made them both, and elected to change it up a little bit to keep the defense guessing, and that's what you need to do, especially when you got girls down low like Diamond Pickett, and even Shania Iglesias can get down there and get dirty inside.
Exactly. And I want to see maybe a little more from Logan Nimchek. When she checks in, maybe a little Katie Lilly. Those are some taller players on the team, and that might, add a little height, more rebounds on the offensive board if for some misses. But I like the lineups they're going for so far with the small, crafty guards.
Yeah, if we know that this Lakers team can outrun a lot of teams in the SUNYAC. It's just about making those shots when it comes down to it, and that's been the issue. It's the third quarter. It's the fourth quarter. We know they can get off to a hot start. You just hope that it stays that way, and it stays hot throughout the rest of the game.
As the Lakers go with Iglesias, Kaivana, Pickett here, Raven Encarnacion as well. Iglesias will pull the three and hit it. Good shot by Iglesias. That was nothing but net.
Really sweet shooting motion. Just a nice, smooth, short stroke. Not too much to it.
Chelsea Henry here will dish it off to Mahoney. She'll go under the Rosbrook. Rosbrook blocked by Pickett and grabbed by Iglesias. She'll look to run the fast break. Get yourself into the lane, and a foul. Great play by Iglesias. A little stutter step around half court to get some space, and then pushed into the lane and drew a foul.
Yeah, just kept Molly Mahoney on her inside hip there. Needed to stay outside, but had to be able to create some space. So a little stutter step, and then getting by her, then put her on the backside, and the only thing she can do there if she tries to get the ball is foul you.
Chastain Giles now in the game for the Lakers. She'll inbound to Encarnacion. A three from Kaivana. It's good. Her third of the game. And this Lakers team is rolling early.
Need a heat check down there on Danielle Kaivana. 3 for 3 from behind the arc already.
Brockport looking to push a little bit. Out to Rosbrook. She'll shoot. No good. Rebound. It's Pickett. Kaivana now pushing the pace. She'll leave it for Encarnacion. And the Lakers slow down a little bit. Pickett out for three to Johnson. Johnson to Kaivana as she looks to get inside. Intercepted pass looking for Encarnacion there as Brockport pushes the pace. Chelsea Henry in the corner will get fouled by Kaivana for her first.
Yeah, not a smart foul there from Danielle Kaivana. I mean, when you've only used 8 seconds on the shot clock, you don't want to reach outside. But it was a good effort there on the offensive side of things for the Lakers, using up a lot of the shot clock, just miscommunication on the inbound pass or the pass down inside from Kaivana to Encarnacion.
Brockport down 9 here, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter as Felice will inbound. She finds a cutting Haley Lucia, and she'll hit a nice floater down low.
Yeah, Lucia, I mean, really good move, low crossover inside, kept the ball right next to her.
Kaivana pass to Giles. She'll go to Encarnacion, and they'll go back to Kaivana. She's dangerous from three as Chelsea Henry plays her tight, and Giles will pull the three. She's good. This Lakers team is hitting threes like it's nobody's business.
Yeah, 6 for 7 from behind the arc to start the ball game. That's unbelievable efforts there from the Lakers.
We see Anna Felice here with the ball. She'll take the high screener at the three-point line and give it up to Henry. Henry, step back three. No good. This is a rebound by Johnson, and the Lakers push the pace. Kaivana going into the lane. She'll kick it out to Encarnacion. Little swim move is blocked down low as Giles will give it up to Encarnacion. Down low to Katie Lilly. A little nice move and doesn't fall off the rim a few times, and the Brockport takes it back.
Bit out of control there from Lilly. Using the left hand, but fading away from the hoop on the hook.
Anna Felice pulls the three, and she hits it as Brockport narrows the lead to 7. And Chastain Giles, on another one of these good ball handlers for the Lakers, takes it up the court.
That's Felice's second bucket of the game, but her first 3 of the game. She does shoot from the outside, 31%.
as Kaivana can't handle the swing pass from Giles. And that's another turnover on the Lakers' end.
Yeah, as good as they've looked, Oswego, they have had some bad possessions where they turn the ball over early in the shot clock or they take a poor shot selection. So they got to clean those up, especially against Brockport, who they know can make a comeback.
Haley Lucia will kick it out, and a drive by Juan Brown, and a charge. Great play by, looks like Iglesias there, to draw the charge, get her feet set, and get this ball back for the Lakers.
Yeah, it was Encarnacion just stepped right in front of it, and you got to be able to put your body on the line if you want to get calls. You can't be afraid of contact, and of course, Raven Encarnacion not afraid of that contact.
Katie Lilly here with the ball out at 3. She'll give it to Giles for 3, no good. Off the front rim, and Brockport brings it back. Cross-court pass to Ana Felice. Step-back move, doesn't take the shot, though. And they'll go to the corner for a 3 by Shannon Blankenship. They get their own rebound. Ana Felice pulls a 3, no good. Brockport tries to save the ball, but it's taken by the Lakers. But a sloppy pass isn't handled, and Brockport takes it right back and sets up their offense with 30 seconds to go here.
Yeah, it was an okay look, but just a poor pass from Giles on the outlet.
A shot from Zoe Zoot's no good as Encarnacion grabs the rebound, and Giles, with no shot clock left and 17 seconds, will look to run the clock down and maybe get the last shot of the quarter for the Lakers. She'll take the high screen and goes a little ISO. Fader, no good. And a foul going against the Lakers as Brockport gets the ball with 1.3 seconds remaining here.
Yeah, I don't know that that's a foul. Looked like she got her hand in there clean, Katie Lilly. But either way, clock's going to expire here on the first quarter.
I liked what I saw from Oswego. They are taking shots, and they're hitting them. As we said earlier, they were 6 or 7 from 3, and, I mean, that is phenomenal for them early. They took an early 7-point lead here at the end of the first. What else are you looking for here?
We've seen a couple possessions from the Lakers where they eat out the shot clock a little bit, and some of them have resulted in easy buckets. Some of them have resulted in turnovers. It's really all about what can you do and who's going to get open, who's going to move without the ball, right? They haven't exactly moved well without the ball all season long, but this is, I think, one of the best quarters of play that we've seen from these Lakers all season.
Yeah. Kaivana has been red hot from outside. You called for a heat check earlier. She's 3 of 4 from 3, 9 points. We've also seen 6 from Iglesias on 2 of 2 from 3. But for Brockport, it's not like they're out of it. It's only the end of the first. They're only down 7. They can easily turn it on. We've seen 5 points from Ana Felice so far. 1-3 to go with a nice floater earlier.
Right, and Brockport is a second-half team. And the first time these two teams met way back in December, Lakers, after the first half, they were up 30-27, and then Brockport, they turned it on, and they scored about 40 points in that second half, putting the Lakers to bed.
Brockport gets the ball to start the second quarter here as Ana Felice tries to make a move down low. She'll kick it out to Blankenship. They'll go underneath the Rosbrook. That was Zoe Zoots as Brockport takes the first basket of the second quarter.
That's just a fantastic pass from Shannon Blankenship. You needed to thread the needle there, and she did exactly that to set up the shot.
Out to Pickett. Pickett will pull the 3 from the corner. No good off the back iron. And Ana Felice will look to set up the offense for the Golden Eagles. She'll give it off to Chelsea Henry. And she'll find a lane. Double team down low. Out to Zoots. A shot from the free throw line, no good. As Chastain Giles now brings it up the court for the Lakers. She'll pull the 3. No good. And Chelsea Henry gets it. And with open space in front of her, she'll run the court. Good make-up attempt by Giles, but Henry hits the basket on the fast break.
Yeah, not a bad shot from Giles, but she didn't follow her shot, didn't get the rebound, and then she didn't get back on defense. She just kind of played the Olay game and let Henry go right by her.
We see a shot there from Claire Skoronsky, no good, as the Brockport takes it back on offense and with an opportunity to tie the game. Henry will go down low to Rosbrook. A move under the basket, makes the shot and one as she looks to tie it at the free throw line.
Yeah, Kylie Rosbrook shoots 40% from the field, but it's because she creates her own shots, creates her own space, and she's been a big part of this Brockport Golden Eagles team. If they get her the ball inside, she's able to maneuver her way around the other bigs down low of the opposition and make her own shot. And that's part of the reason that Brockport has jumped out to an early lead in the second quarter, a 6-0 run since the beginning of the second.
Rosberg misses her free throw, and Iglesias, newly checked into the game, will take a pull-up on the right side, but misses her shot. The Golden Eagles here set up their offense. They look to go baseline, as they have a few times in this game. Lost the ball, but they lost the dribble, kept it. Now Anna Felice sets it up at the top of the three-point line. She'll drive the lane, and a block call on Diamond Pickett. We'll see Anna Felice go to the line.
Yeah, Felice running the offense there, but they're playing kind of a two-woman game up there with Felice and Rosbrook calling for the screen, going to the right, stopping, calling for the screen again, then going to the left. But Rosbrook kind of kept up with her, so that created some traffic in there, and Felice, she just absorbed the contact and got the foul call.
Now, like what I've seen from the Lakers so far, as you mentioned, that two-woman game. They've been picking up the double down low. Good help defense to not allow the high percentage low shots, but it's been the couple fouls here now in the second quarter that have put them at the line and a chance to tie the game. As Felice missed the first, made the second, and ties it at 20.
Yeah, like you said, got to be able to switch off those screens and play that help defense. That's going to be big, especially you don't want to get tired trying to fight through screens, because if you try and fight through screens all night and stay man-to-man, it's not going to bode well for the energy levels in the late in the third and the fourth quarter.
As Castiglione grabs it on the left wing, she will give it back to Iglesias. Iglesias, little stutter step move, give it back to Pickett with 10 on the shot clock. She'll drive the lane, and it's blocked. Zoots with the block, and the Eagles go back on offense. A pull-up by Anna Lee, no good, and Lakers get it back.
How about Zoe Zoots? Down low, being the big presence in the paint. She's got 2 blocks already tonight and has really been a big factor for this Brockport Golden Eagles team down low, making the Lakers take the tougher shots from the outside.
Castiglione here will give it up to Kaivana. Kaivana, quick dribble, goes to the lane, out back to Iglesias. Iglesias will pull the three, it's off, and gives it back to Brockport. Oswego still not on the board here in the second quarter.
Yeah, shot selection. That's been it. Taking a lot of threes. Obviously, they've gone cold from the outside, so you have to change it up. You have to try and go inside, but it's all about the passing game. You can't just dribble to the hoop, because then you're going to get blocked by Zoots, by Rosbrook down low.
Henry will give it up to Rosbrook down low. She's guarded by Pickett. Little floater underneath, no good, and Kaivana quickly running up the court with the ball. A little floater from the baseline is nice, and that finally Lakers on the board with Kaivana at 11 points here early in the second quarter.
Yeah, Kaivana just a jet plane going all the way from one end to the other, coast to coast. Good finish on the other end.
Leslie will give it up to Rosbrook. She can't handle the pass, and a good steal by Castiglione. She'll run the court with the ball, finds a lane, and it's a nice little layup for Castiglione.
Back-to-back coast-to-coast buckets. Kaivana gets the rebound and then scores, and then Castiglione gets a steal and then scores.
One thing I've seen from the Lakers in past games is when they push the pace, their offense works. And so far, these past 2 coast-to-coast baskets have kind of proved that point so far.
Yeah, they've been able to break teams down in transition. when they get up the floor quickly, teams don't have time to set up their defense, and so you got a lot of girls that can finish at the rim. So as long as you make the right pass and the ball is in the right hands, anything can happen for these Lakers.
Kaivana, step back three. It's blocked and saved, no, out of bounds, as the ball will stay with the Lakers. You know, Kaivana, she's looking to get her shot again. She was hot from three in the first, but a block there on good defense from Brockport. As Kaivana inbounds to Pickett. Good catch. And she'll give it to Iglesias, who pump fake, drives the lane. It's blocked, but right in the hands of Pickett, who put the floater up, and it's good as Oswego starting to find a little rhythm here.
Yeah, Lucia, 2 blocks on that possession for the Lakers. And either way, though, the Lakers do get a bucket out of it.
Rosberg here will give it up to Anna Lee, who pulled the shot. No good. Rebound by Iglesias. She'll go quickly up the court to Kaivana, who has a 1-on-2 opportunity, but stopped in the corner. As she'll give it back up to Pickett. Pickett will give it to a cutting Castiglione, who'll pull a little fadeaway. That's a very nice shot from Castiglione.
You want to talk about coming back down the floor and keeping your good name. She got her ankles taken on one end and then hits a fadeaway jumper on the other. That's the way to get your mind back into this game.
Anna Lee will give it to Haley Lucia here. She'll drive the lane. A little hook shot, no good. As Castiglione will bring up the court. She looks to push the pace and will drive the lane. Little Euro step, no good, but a block and 2 free throws coming for the Lakers.
Castiglione is such a crafty player. Like we said before, she can shoot it from the outside, and even if it's working, she can shoot it down low too. She's got a lot of tricks up her sleeve. 1,000-point scorer in high school. She's able to do a lot of these different things on the floor, and she's able to draw fouls. We see her. She's drawn 3 fouls now in this game. Teams they find it hard to keep her corralled, and she's so quick. She can get into those open spaces, and she'll do damage.
As you were saying earlier, the off-ball movement sometimes not good there for the Lakers, but we've seen so far Castiglione, a lot of off-ball movement has led to some good shots for her in the lane, and I think she might be an X factor late in this game with some good movement on and off the ball.
Yeah, Castiglione is one of those girls that is able to move without the ball, and so is Danielle Kaivana. But although the Lakers don't have the real size advantage over many teams, they do have a speed advantage. And when they accelerate down the floor, like we said, in transition, or even when the offense is set up, constantly moving, a motion offense, passing around the perimeter until you find somebody either to pick and roll with you or you find an inbound and then you dump it back off when you cut to the hoop. After you pass it from the top of the key. A lot of options for the Lakers, and they've done everything right so far in the first 15 minutes of this game.
Yeah, the Lakers finally picking it back up here. 4:39 to go, and they took the lead right back. It's an 8-point game here after coming into the quarter with a 7-point lead before losing it. But it's been kind of momentum here. They lost it to start the quarter, but found it right back. And Castiglione at the line here has a chance to give the Lakers a 10-point lead.
Yeah, one thing I do want to mention, Brockport just shot just 1 for 8 from behind the 3-point line in the first quarter. Now, as Castiglione misses the first free throw. Now, that's not great at all. It's about 12-13%, but they didn't make a single three on 4 attempts in their last contest against the Lakers. So 1 is better than none, I'd say.
Castiglione will hit the second. And the Golden Eagles, now down 9, will look to run their offense. Lucia will give it up to Anna Lee. She'll get a screen and look to drive the lane. Kick it back out to Lucia. Guarded by Castiglione. Another screen, step back, kick it to Zoots, who through traffic, nice layup off the board.
Really good unselfish play there from Lucia. Had a chance to pull up on the step back, elected to go down to Zoots, and she was able to finish for the Golden Eagles.
A nice cut there on a screen by Kaivana, and it's off the glass, and it's good. The Lakers off-ball movement starting to look good here. Kaivana took a off-ball screen, found the lane, and off the glass, it's good.
13 points now for Danielle Kaivana, best player so far in this game that we've seen.
Brockport here with the ball, give it out to Henry. Henry will pull the 3. Off the front iron, no good. and they can't save it as the Lakers will take the ball back. Now,
so a lot of things that we've seen from Brockport early on was kind of just moving around the perimeter, not much off-ball action, but in the first quarter. In the second quarter, we've seen a lot of off-ball screens, some backdoor cuts down by the baseline, and that's opened up the offense a little bit. A lot more breathing room for the guards to be able to pass the ball away. As
Henry will steal the ball from Kaivana. Easy layup. Can't make it, though. Too hard off the glass, and Kaivana looks to run the court for the Lakers. This is a momentum opportunity. She'll give it to Castiglione. It's blocked. She'll get the ball back. And the Lakers will give it out to Iglesias. Iglesias for three. It's good. Great play by the Lakers. A dish from Katie Lilly back out to Iglesias, and she drains the three to give the Lakers a 12-point advantage.
Yeah, Lena Johnson down low, gets the rebound. Could have gone back up with it, but she elects to pass it out. Way to knock down the shot.
As Castiglione and Henry getting a tie-up jump ball here, as it'll go to the Lakers as they look to push this lead even more.
There's a different sort of fight that we're seeing right here from the Lakers teams. Taking good shots, being unselfish with the ball on offense, and then on the defensive end, you want to talk about putting everything you got on that defensive side of things. They're diving on the ground for balls, poking the ball free on many possessions. They've shown that they've become a different Lakers team that we've seen all year.
As Pickett works it down low, can't get her off the glass, and an offensive foul there on Pickett.
Yeah, that's going to be her second foul. Fourth team foul here for the Lakers. Yeah, I would say it was an over-the-back foul. I mean, it was close. Pickett did have a bit of a size advantage, but either way, when you're leaning on the back of the opponent who's got you boxed out, you're going to get called for the foul 11 times out of 10.
Haley Lucia will take the ball up for Brockport. She'll kick it back out to Felice. Felice, sidestep three, no good, as the Lakers grab the board. Castiglione will give it up to Kaivana. She'll push the ball up the court. Can't find a lane, but out to Castiglione for three. It's good. Castiglione with the three. It's a 15-point lead for the Lakers with 5 to go.
They're 8 of 14 from behind the arc. That's almost 60%. Unprecedented numbers that we've ever seen here from the Lakers.
As the Oswego called for a foul on the floor, and Brockport will reset the offense here with 20 seconds to go on the shot clock and 2:01 left. That was on foul called on Iglesias, her second of the game. And, 5 fouls to foul out. Maybe they look to take out Pickett, take out Iglesias here. They took out Pickett. Maybe take out Iglesias here late in the quarter. Don't want to get her in early foul trouble. As Allure with a good play. As Castiglione up to Kaivana. Little too much lead on that one. And Brockport will take it back.
Yeah, you see Kaivana, Castiglione giving high fives, a little bit of a smile, saying, yeah. Castiglione said, yeah, that's my bad, although she had open space. She could have dribbled it over half court and taken it herself even.
And a timeout by Brockport here. I think we have to talk about Danielle Kaivana so far. She averages 14.4 a game, and she's already at 13 here. A senior leader for this Lakers on what Athletics has dubbed senior weekend in their last 2 games here. She has looked phenomenal.
Yeah, Danielle Kaivana has done it all early on for the Lakers. Shooting it from behind the arc, creating offense by defense, getting boards on the defensive end of things, moving the ball quickly, playing in transition. That's what you want to see from your guard, right? Not turning the ball over a lot. She could turn it over a bit less on the year. I mean, Kaivana, 73 turnovers, does lead the team, but what she makes up for, what she does in turning the ball over, she makes up for it on the offensive end.
As Brockport back with the ball here, 20 seconds on the shot clock, as Henry will give it to Lucia. Lucia out to Felice. She'll shoot the three, no good. And a rebound by Lilly as Kaivana now brings it up the court for the Lakers. 1:30 left here in the quarter, and the Lakers set up their offense. Kaivana here finds the lane. It's picked off by Felice. She'll look to run on the fast break, a little Euro step, and it's good on a reverse there.
And that ends an 8-0 scoring run, or a 2.5-minute drought for the Brockport Golden Eagles. They desperately needed that one. Lead back down to 13.
Allure here will give it up to Kaivana. little move doesn't work to get into the lane, as it's stolen by Felice, but it's tipped out of bounds, and the Lakers will keep it. Felice has some active hands on defense so far late in this quarter.
Yeah, really good decision making, knows when to stick her hand out into the passing lane, knows how to get into the passing lane, but also laziness on the offensive side of things for the Lakers in terms of passing.
Kaivana, a deep three, no good off the back iron, but it resets the shot clock. She'll make a move into the lane and try to dish it out, but it's tipped away, and Brockport takes it back on offense. Lucia, deep pass across to Felice. She'll pull the three, no good. And Elena Johnson can't handle the rebound as Brockport keeps it.
That's just an unfortunate bounce after it came off the rim. But if you're Kaivana, you're going into the lane hard like that, you need to be able to control your body, right? How about a jump stop and then assess your options? You can throw a ball fake, get people to jump and draw the foul, or you can dish the ball off, but it can't be one of those chest passes because you're that close. It needs to be a low bounce pass below the hands of the defenders.
Felice with the inbound here for Brockport. She'll get up to Zoots as they swing it around into the corner back to Felice. Felice will go to Rosbrook. He'll kick it out to Zoots as Brockport moves the ball quickly. They're back to Rosbrook here. And good play by Castiglione. And they give it a foul to her. Almost got the steal there, but a little too much contact for the ref's liking.
You know, Brian, I'm not sure there really was that much contact. Castiglione, yes, she's kind of reaching around, but I only saw her touch the ball. I mean, maybe there was some arm-on-arm action. You never know. I mean, we're all the way up here, but it looked like we had a good angle of that play, and it looked like her hand was on the ball.
That was the Lakers' fifth foul here as Rosbrook goes to the line. She'll miss the first. She was only 2 of 4 in the last game and is now 0 for 2 at the line here in this one. Yeah. The second one is good as she makes her first of the game. And she now has 5 points.
Yeah, Brockport as a team shoot the ball 66% or 65% from the free throw line, but the Lakers not any better at 52.
The clock running down here. A little floater from Kaivana, no good. Allure almost gets the rebound. And with 2 seconds, Lucia pulls up deep three, no good. And the Lakers go to the locker room here, up 12, 37-25.
Yeah, it would have been good if it went and drained through the hole, but unfortunately it did not, although Brockport did a good job of containing the Lakers in the final 2 or 3 minutes of that second quarter. The only thing is the Lakers 20 in the first quarter, 17 in the second. Got to be one of their better halves of the year, scoring 37 points in the first half. They did a lot of things right, didn't do many wrong, and that's why they're out to a 12-point lead.
Yeah. The start of the second quarter looked a little bleak for the Lakers. They let Brockport right back into the game, a 7-0 run, saw them tied at 20, but then they took it right back. Eight straight points for the Lakers, and they were just going.
Yeah, how about Shayna Iglesias, too? 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. She's got 9 points, and she's been a good addition to Danielle Kaivana, who's 5 for 9 from the field, 3 for 5 from behind the arc. Although you want to look at Danielle Kaivana, she's on double-double watch now. She's got 6 assists. Does have 2 rebounds, but 6 assists and 13 points. 4 more, and she's got a double-double tonight.
And that would be a great feat for the shorter guard. And you don't really see that for a lot from those shorter players, but you love to see it. And that is going to be the half for us here on WTOP 10, and we will see you at the start of the third quarter. And welcome back inside the Max Steel Gymnasium. We are set for the second half of this Brockport Oswego matchup as Oswego holds a 12-point advantage, 37-25 here to start the half. And one person I want to mention, Diamond Pickett. It was a slow first half for her. Only 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 personal fouls. It's getting a little too close to foul trouble for my liking. What are you thinking, Mike?
Yeah, Diamond Pickett has been a factor down low. She's gotten some rebounds, but she really hasn't been a scoring factor on the offensive side of things. She hasn't been able to dig her heels down into the paint and assert her dominance, which she's done many times this season. Hasn't really fallen from the outside either. So, Pickett's going to have to heat up in this second half if she wants to keep this Lakers lead at 12 and maybe even extend it.
Yeah, especially with the bigger bodies Brockport has. Rosbrook, Zoots. She's going to be the presence down low as Brockport gets the ball to start the half. Anna Felice will set it up for them, and they'll go down low to Rosbrook. Pickett is spun around by Rosbrook, and Brockport hits the first basket of the half. And that is exactly what we were just talking about. Pickett needs to be a little more there on the defensive side, a little more, and especially here on the offense is where she really needs to pick it up.
Yeah, but you got to give a little credit there to Rosbrook. Really good move down low.
As Kaivana, a little fadeaway, and Brockport steals the rebound. They'll run the court as Henry, little pump fake, and the layup is good.
Funny thing is, in the first half, Henry had a fast break all alone that she missed in transition, and now she's in traffic and is able to make it there. That's the game of basketball for you. A lot of it's mental.
Kaivana here, trapped in the corner by Felice, almost stolen by Molly Mahoney, and they will give the ball to Brockport.
Yeah, really quick start. Quick 4-point spurt in the first minute and a turnover now. Brockport, they mean business coming out in the second half. Like we said, they're a second half team.
And Oswego, they definitely have shown woes this season in the second half. I think it's going to be the defensive side of the ball where they really need to step up here and prove that they are not going to let Brockport back into this game. As Rosbrook, another spin shot. This rebound grabbed by Pickett. She'll run the court. Kick to Kaivana as she'll find the lane. A little floater off the glass, no good. And Brockport takes it right back. Henry giving it up to Felice. She's guarded by Castiglione. And they're going to call a foul on Castiglione, a little push of the arm there. And that's going to be her second foul.
Yeah, it's just kind of reaching in, I'm always said don't reach into the cookie jar, right? And Castiglione, that's what she was doing there in that possession. And Brockport caught a break for it. Now they're going to want to clean the floor, I think. Maybe somebody must have went down, and a little slippery coming out here in the third quarter.
See Brockport huddled up here, maybe getting a little game plan going out of this inbound pass on their offensive side. As we see Mahoney ready for the inbound. She'll give it to Henry. Henry will go in on Rosbrook, but a nice tip by Pickett to keep it away. Henry, little dribble move, finds some space. Pickett gets set. She'll play some good defense. And a jump ball going the Lakers' way.
Yeah, possession arrow favoring the Lakers. But the thing is, if you're Diamond Pickett, you really want to grab the ball by your chest, keep those elbows out, and then rip the ball right away from the defender, especially when you're the first person to the rebound.
Iglesias here will set up the offense for Oswego. She'll do a little step back, no good, and Anna Felice with the rebounds.
Quick short step there on the stutter step and then the pull-up jumper. If that had went through, that would have sparked some confidence. Would have also been the first bucket for the Lakers in the third.
Pull up there by Brockport, no good. And Kaivana will push the fast break. She'll go to the rim, and a little layup is good. She got Henry on her back, down by the rim, and a nice little shot off the glass. Give the Lakers a 10-point advantage right back.
Yeah, after missing her first two of the third quarter, she finally gets one to go on a right-handed layup on the left side of the basket.
Henry almost loses the ball there, but teammate grabs it. They'll go underneath here, and a foul. Nicole Leslie drove the baseline there.
Elena Johnson, the girl called for the foul, her first of the game. She was definitely leaning on the back a little bit, but looked as though she was trying to make it seem like she wasn't going to foul her. But, you know, after committing a foul, everybody puts their hands up. Oh, I didn't do it, I didn't do it. Obviously, that's the way you know they're guilty.
Leslie missed the first and the second. Rebound by Brockport. They get the shot off in traffic, but Oswego will grab a jump ball, and it stays with the Lakers. It stays with Brockport. Looked like Lakers had possession there, and I didn't really see a hand there from Brockport on the ball. But
yeah, me neither. But I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Henry here sets up the offense for Brockport, as she'll give it up to Felice in the corner. They'll go down low to Rosbrook, and it's tipped away, but Brockport keeps it, and another jump ball. This one going with the Lakers.
Yeah, good work there from Shania Iglesias to get on the ground, get dirty. We talked about how Danielle Caivana was doing that earlier in this game. So was Logan Castiglione. Now you got more players to join in on the fun, and you really got to fight for it, especially with Brockport, who we know they're a second half team. We've said it before. Came out here with 4 quick points. Lakers only 1 bucket in the third quarter. You have to take care of the ball, and when you get the rebound, you have to make sure that you create your own space to make a pass out of it.
And that was the third jump ball we've seen already earlier in the third quarter, as Iglesias almost loses the pass. She'll pull up a 3 after getting a little space, and she'll hit it. Iglesias staying hot from 3-point land. And Brockport will quickly move the ball here, trying to not lose any momentum they might have started with. Felice drives the lane on a little dribble move, and a nice floater with a body on her.
Iglesias hits a pretty 3 on one end, and then on the other end of things, Ana Felice with a pull-up and a step back.
As Elena Johnson misses the pull-up, and Felice will look to create some space here. She'll take the screen. A little pump fake as Rosberg gets the ball from 3. She'll shoot it off the front iron, can't get the friendly bounce. And another jump ball stays with Brockport.
I'll say this. Yes, it was a jump ball, but only for about a second and a half. It was, I believe, Nicole Leslie who was in there and got her hand in there, but the second the whistle blew, she went to the ground and the hands came off the ball. So if they let it go a little bit longer, it probably wouldn't have been a jump ball. That's the 4th jump ball we've seen in the last 4 minutes.
Brockport here, down 11, 5:51 remaining here in the third quarter. Looking to keep momentum. Looking to keep the shot from Iglesias as a lone opportunity for the Lakers and get right back into this game. They'll go underneath to Rosberg, and a foul on Pickett. Her third, as they look to go to Rosberg down low. You know, it's Pickett's third, but she's been doing a really good job so far, keeping the ball away from Rosberg, tipping those passes underneath, not letting her control passes she may get a hand on, as she'll check out of the game here.
Yeah, but that's a sign of a little bit of fatigue. Rosberg likes to move around the perimeter of the paint, and she likes to keep her feet moving. She won't stay in one spot very long, and Diamond Pickett obviously getting tired, reaching around, and Rosbrook really good at drawing the foul.
Katie Lilly checked in for the Lakers here. She'll need to be the height the Lakers use down low to keep Rosbrook away from the ball. Lucia will pull the 3. She won't hit it off the side of the rim, but Brockport keeps the ball. Rosbrook will take it out, and she'll give it off to Henry. A nice move to get her down low, and they'll swing it around. Lucia will pull the 3 again, can't hit, and a rebound by Lilly. Caivana now with the ball. 1 shot made for her so far in the corner. She'll give it off to Johnson. Johnson looking to direct traffic a little bit. She'll give it off to Lilly. Lilly drives the lane. She'll give it off to Johnson. And back to Kaivana with 7-6-5 on the shot clock. I need to get a shot off. Lily from the free throw line gets the friendly bounce. And Oswego gets the lead back to 13.
Yeah, they call that there the shooter's roll. Really good shot, and she found the space. She took her time, and there's the cookies right there.
Kaivana going down the court. Easy layup. No good. Second time in this game we've seen someone miss a wide open layup.
Kaivana right now, she and Coach Pinkerton sharing a smile. But I tell you what, if the tides were turned here and the roles were reversed and the Lakers found themselves down by 13 points, I bet you neither one of them would be smiling.
I agree with that sentiment right there. And we'll take a look. Let's talk about Kaivana so far. As she's seen her and Iglesias, again, the two real especially scorer leaders on this team, are the two to make shots so far for the Lakers, as well as Katie Lilly. But slow start for the Lakers. Kaivana up to 15 though. Iglesias at 9. And the lead still 6-13. So they're not letting Brockport back in quite yet. The defense has played well. We saw Kaivana with the cookie, getting the hand in the cookie jar there. And I mean, what does Brockport really need to do here? Because they need to get a little momentum here to get back in the game.
So in the first quarter, they were very stagnant on offense, weren't moving. In the back half of the second quarter, they were moving without the ball, setting off ball screens, cutting baseline on the back door underneath the hoop. And that causes commotion, especially when a team who hasn't been a very strong defensive team like the Lakers average about 60 points against per game. They got to be able to move without the ball. They can tire out this Lakers team and slowly chip away at that lead, whether that's from behind the arc or in the paint. Doesn't matter. We know Brockport can make those shots. It's now about creating space and tiring their opponent in the Lakers.
The Lakers here, coming out of the timeout. Kaivana on the court with Castiglione, Katie Lilly, Elena Johnson, and Encarnacion checked into the game as they look to go smaller guards, taller bigs, and we'll see what they can do here as Henry brings the ball up the court. He'll take the screen up high and give it back to Zoots. Give it back to Mahoney. Mahoney finds a little space on the step back and can't hit the shot, but they get their own rebound, and it goes off, and loose ball goes off the Brockport foot, and Lakers grab it right back.
Really good work there from Molly Mahoney after Katie Lilly came down with the rebound. Mahoney just got in there and stripped it right from her, but nobody was there to help her.
The Lakers here with 4 to go will look to extend their lead. A drive by Lilly and a foul going against Zoots there on the floor, as that is their first foul of the half for Brockport. Kaivana set to inbound, will give it to Encarnacion. Active hands there from Mahoney, looking to kick it back. And Kaivana now gets the ball on the right wing. She'll give it up to Castiglione, who'll kick it out to Encarnacion for 3. No good, but a rebound by Johnson. Let's shake it out to Castiglione, who'll pull the 3. No good.
First mistake on that possession was Johnson when she brought the ball down below her knees. She can't do that. It's going to get stripped.
Henry, nice jump shot from the left side. Goes. And Brockport pulling it back a little more.
Yeah, that's how you turn turnovers into points. Really good shot selections.
As Johnson misses the 2 from the corner, and Brockport pushing the pace will hit the floater. Lead down to 9 now, and they're pushing the pace, what the Lakers maybe should be doing here, as they've looked good when they do it. But Brockport stealing momentum here and getting back in this game.
Yeah, we talked about setting up offense for Brockport, but they've been doing it in transition, and that's worked for them.
Kaivana too hard off the back iron as Brockport sets up their offense. Mahoney with the ball here. She'll give it off to Henry. Guarded by Kaivana. She'll find the lane, a little Euro step, and the floater goes. Henry doing some work here in the third quarter with 2:25 to go.
And that's a power move from a small guard. Big jump stop, gathers herself, goes back up with the right hand. Really good move from Henry.
Lily pulls the three off the glass, no good. Oswego missing another shot. Brockport pushes the pace one more. Mahoney pulls up from the block, no good. But they'll get their own rebound. And another jump ball. It's going to the Lakers.
That's 1, 2, 3, 5 in the quarter. I've never seen 5 jump balls in one quarter. This has got to be a first.
Yeah, I haven't either. And, the refs, they're calling them pretty quick, too. Not a lot of time with these jump balls. They just see two hands on the ball from opposite teams, and they call that jump ball.
Right. Usually you see both the girls trying to rip the ball away from each other, and then you call the jump ball. These have been fairly quick.
Cavani here takes the high screen from Pickett and gives it to Encarnacion. She'll kick it off to Lily, who will drive the lane. And it's blocked, but a foul. Good play by Lily there, finding a lane. Looked to go for a floater, maybe off the glass, and drew the foul.
Yeah, that was Zoots on the foul there, her second. But really good move from Katie Lilly. Ripped it through, strong rip through, and got to the hole. Not afraid to take the contact down low, as she shouldn't be, because she's a pretty big girl. I mean, she's got the height advantage, about 6'2", 6'3", and she can score on the inside. You just got to give her some touches.
She made the first, missed the second, as Brockport looks to go here. Lucia with the ball with 1:40 remaining. She'll take the screen, give it back to Felice. Felice for three, no good. Nothing but air on that one. As we get some subs here, Allure checking into the game for Encarnacion.
My question to you is, where has Ana Felice been in this second half? She really just hasn't been able to light it up, kind of like she did in the first. I mean, she had 6 points in the first, but she was doing it on all factors, not just shooting the ball, but she was dishing the ball off and brought the energy on defense. Not the same Ana Felice here in the second half.
Exactly. She's 1 for 7 from 3 in this game, as she missed another one there on the last Brockport possession. Allure drives the lane with 7 on the shot clock. Castiglione for 3, no good. Allure almost grabs the rebound, but Lucia will take it for Brockport, and she'll push the pace and take it right back out. Brockport swinging the ball around. Felice makes a move into the lane and gets it off the glass, finally hitting a shot.
Yeah, as I say it, right? And of course it happens. Really good move from Felice.
And Kaivana loses her dribble there, as Felice, nice dribble moves to get herself some space. A little up and under, no good. But tipped away by Brockport, and she gets it right back. And jump ball, the 6th of the quarter.
I'm keeping a tally. There's 30 seconds left. We could have 3 more. You never know.
This one stays with Brockport, as Felice, you saw right there, nice dribble move, crossover in front, behind the back, and she found space for the up and under there. Maybe that's where she looks to be in this game. A ball handler, facilitator for this team is Lucia, gets the inbound. She'll go to the corner and then get it to Rosbrook, who's back in the game. And can't hit the layup, but rebound by Brockport. Lucia for the 3, no good, as Castiglione gets the rebound, and Oswego pushes the pace. Kaivani with the ball, gets the lane off the glass, no good, but a rebound by Lily out to Castiglione. 8 seconds to go on the clock. As she'll get space, pull the 3, no good. Rebound by Allure, and she'll be fouled on the shot. 1.4 to go here as the Lakers go to the line up 6.
Great job from Layla Allure. You saw her, she was, in the beginning of that play, she was out on the right wing, just wide open, kind of taking her time. When Castiglione put up the shot, she darted to the hole, crashing the boards hard, and that's what you need from your guards.
She will make the first of 2. Give the Lakers a little more cushion here at the end of the third. And on the second here, misses, but violation on Oswego there. Gives Brockport the ball with 1.4 seconds. Last time they were in the situation, just kind of dribbled the ball out. So we'll see if they look to put up a shot here, down 7, or just end the quarter, excuse me. They'll give it to Lucia, who looked for a shot but dribbled a little too long. And we end the third here. Oswego up 46-39. What are you looking for Oswego to end the fourth quarter to keep this lead and get their 3rd win in conference this year?
So the biggest thing that we've talked about all night is shot selection, right? And it's creating your own buckets, which they've done very well. Now you have to keep up the tempo. Lead's not 12 anymore. You could sit back and sort of relax a little bit with a 12-point lead. It's single digits here. It's a 7-point game. It's anybody's game. And the Lakers only, 9 points in that quarter. They scored 20 in the first quarter, 17 in the second, and now 9 in the third. As you can see, Brockport, they did a great job of fighting back in that third quarter, bringing this lead all the way back down to 9. But what we talked about before, at least one of the players we talked about, was Diamond Pickett. Really lazy quarter down underneath the rim on the defensive side of things. Just kind of keeping her hands up, not moving her feet much. A couple over the back foul calls. But the biggest thing is that when she's going up to get the rebounds, she's not really jumping for it. She's not leaving her feet. And when she does come down with it, she's not coming down strong, right? Keeping 2 hands on the ball, right up against your chest. She's kind of just bringing it down. Her arms are up against her body. And that's not how you are supposed to do things on the rebounding game.
Yeah, only 3 fouls through the game. She can only get 2 more before she fouls out. And as you mentioned, she looked a little tired, looked a little lazy there on defense. And that's how you accrue fouls. And I don't think the Lakers can afford to lose that big presence down low, especially with the way Rosberg had looked in that third quarter.
Yeah, no, but it's going to get interesting, though, because just a 7-point game, this could turn either way if the Lakers don't come up with something big in this early part of the quarter.
Lakers got the ball to start the quarter here. Iglesias finds a little space from the free throw line. No foul called on the shot as she misses, and Brockport takes it up the court. We got Lucy with the ball here. She's got 12 on the game, but it was a little cold in that third quarter. Finds a spot in the lane and a foul called on the floor for the Lakers.
Anna Felice looks a little bit tired, but she's still able to get to the rim and be able to cause chaos when she enters the lane. Defense collapses on her because they know that she can finish anywhere on the floor.
Diamond Pickett grabbed the foul there, her 4th of the game, and only 1 more until she fouls out. Rosberg will get the inbound here at 3 and give it up to Lucia. Lucia, a little pump fake, but loses the ball off her heel, and Castiglione grabs it. 2-on-1 opportunity for the Lakers as she'll pass it off to Iglesias, and a nice play gets the Lakers on the board here in the 4th.
Really good job from Logan Castiglione, fighting on that defensive end, poking the ball away from Anna Felice, and then really good dish pass, a no-look bounce pass to Iglesias, who finished.
We see Felice again here with the ball, drives the lane, and another foul called. It looked like she almost tripped on her own feet there. I don't know if I saw enough contact there for a foul.
And that'll be on Shania Iglesias. That's her 4th foul, so she's definitely going to have to come out of this one for now. That's big foul trouble with 9 minutes left. She's been a pretty big factor in this game already. 14 points, 4 for 5 from behind the arc. She's got 4 rebounds, blocking a steal as well.
Giles and Lilly checked into the game for Iglesias and Pickett, as Henry will give it up, and they'll get it down low to Rosberg. Rosberg, similar move, and 1 off the glass. And Brockport, not only down 7 with a shot, can bring it to 6, and they are fighting to get back in this one with 8:52 remaining.
Yeah, Rosberg, what she does so well when she does get the ball is it's not as much of a hook as it is kind of fighting for space. She takes her left elbow out when she's dribbling to get around, and she kind of pivots herself around the defender, which creates her own space.
Giles grabbed the rebound on the missed free throw by Rosberg, and I think Giles might have to be the one here to step up for the Lakers, as Johnson will pull the corner too and miss. And Brockport starts the ball, but I was mentioning Chastain Giles, she can get hot from deep, a good ball handler, a good facilitator. With Iglesias out of the game and Kaivana has looked a little slower, a little fatigued, she might have to step up here late in this game and be the leader for the Lakers. Felice, nice move down low. Looked like it got tipped. They'll try to throw it off a Laker, and it will work. That one off Katie Lilly. Good play by Zoots.
Yeah, just a smart play from Zoe Zoots. Know that there's a defender standing near the baseline wearing white. So you got to just get the ball, throw it off of them, and open prey, and that's just a smart basketball IQ play.
The refs conferring here, as it looks like Anna Felice will be set to take the inbound. To inbound it for the Golden Eagles, excuse me. And they're down 7, and they are looking to close this gap even more as they have been through the third quarter, into the fourth quarter. And the Lakers has kind of been the story a lot this season, late collapses. And especially like in the last game when Brockport came back late to get the lead back and win the game. Are we seeing the same thing happen here, or do you think the Lakers can clamp up and keep the lead?
I think it's going to get a little bit closer than you want it to. A 7-point lead for now. But what they did was they reset the shot clock after the miss to 20 seconds instead of having the shot clock at 5 because possession did in fact change.
The inbound will go to Henry here. She'll direct a little bit of traffic. Give it up to Zoots. He'll go down low to Rosbrook. Katie Lilly. Good defense there, but they'll call the foul. I'm not sure about that one. I think she had her feet set, hands straight up in the air. Looked like Rosbrook may have hit her more than she hit Rosbrook.
Yeah, it's 2 quick fouls for Katie Lilly. Looked like she had her feet planted, but a lot of times what officials will look for is the upper half of the body leaning in a certain direction. And, I mean, that's a miss there from Rosbrook. So I guess as they say, ball don't lie. But at the same time, they do look to see if they're leaning. And if their arms are leaning forward or if their torso's leaning forward, most likely they're going to be called for the foul.
As Rosbrook hits the second of 2 free throws, is now 2 of 6 in the game. As Chastain Giles will bring the ball up the court for the Lakers. She will trip, but they'll call the foul. That one going against Molly Mahoney there, her third. And the Lakers look to reset with 22 seconds on the shot clock. They'll go to Castiglione in the corner. She'll shoot the 3. No good. And they'll give possession to Brockport, saying it came off Alana Johnson last.
So one of the more impressive things about this Brockport Golden Eagles team is that they only have 10 on their bench, and not all 10 of them play. Really, just about 7 or so find the floor from time to time. And they bring the energy throughout the entire game, although you do start to see signs of fatigue. They don't shoot a lot of threes, but sometimes it doesn't matter. They're able to get to the hole like Henry here and draw the foul. And now that's 3 consecutive possessions for a foul on Katie Lilly.
That would be her 4th of the game, and another Oswego big in foul trouble. One more for her. She's out of the game. Alana Johnson, the other big on the court for the Lakers right now, has 2, and Diamond Pickett on the bench right now has 4. And the size that Brockport has may come even bigger if the Lakers can't keep their bigs out of foul trouble here, and the Brockport looks to be exploiting that.
Yeah, they're attacking the inside, and I guess that's the second half game plan as Henry goes 1 for 2 from the line. That's the second half game plan, right? Attack the bigs, put them into foul trouble, and make them run small, because you can definitely beat them on the inside if you do so.
Lilly here at 3. We'll give it up to Kaivana. Kaivana will back to Giles, who a little isolation before she gives it up to Castiglione. Kaivana will shoot a 3. It's blocked by Mahoney. And the Golden Eagles will run the court. Cross-court pass to Anna Felice, and they'll give it to Chelsea Henry. She'll go into the lane with 12 to go. They'll kick it back out to Rosbrook. She'll miss the 2, but a rebound by Zoots will be good on the putback attempt, and the Lakers lead is down to 3.
Yeah, really good rebound there from Mahoney. Just brings it down, comes right back up with it, right? It's like springs in the feet. Once you get it, you got to go right back up with it.
Kaivana will go out to the corner for Lilly, who will shoot the 3 but miss. And Henry will come back with the ball here for Brockport and a chance to tie the game. She'll lose the dribble, but it's grabbed by Zoots. And Felice now with the ball on the right wing. They'll slow it down a little bit. She'll take the screen from Rosbrook. Get yourself into the foul line before giving it back to Rosbrook. Rosbrook will give it up to Zoots, who will miss the free throw line jumper. And Chastain Giles runs the court for the Lakers. They'll slow down the pace a little bit, and Kaivana will take it on the right wing.
Lakers scoreless in the last 3.5 minutes. A 6-0 run here from the Brockport Golden Eagles puts them within 3 points.
Giles almost loses her dribble before giving it up to Castiglione. She'll drive the lane and draw the foul on Rosbrook. Good play by Castiglione. And she will go to the line on the shooting foul.
Yeah, Castiglione coming up a bit gingerly, holding her stomach with the left hand. Definitely got bumped in the midsection, but she's a tough girl. She's back on the line now, hopefully looking to go 2 for 2 from the line, where the Lakers are only 3 of 8 from the line this evening.
She'll hit the first as Elena Allure took into the game for Chastain Giles. And the lead back to 4, 2 possessions now for the Lakers as the lead. And Castiglione makes the second. Just what the Lakers needed. Pushed the lead back up. Lead can't be taken this possession as Lucia drives the lane. She'll kick it out to Felice. Felice for 3. No good. And a rebound by Katie Lilly. She'll give it to Castiglione, who runs the court on the fast break. Loses her dribble, but keeps the ball. She'll give it to Lilly. Lilly will give the charge as Sean Pinkerton is not happy about that call.
And I can understand why. He's got his hands on his head now. He's absolutely livid with the official. And there's a reason, because her feet were not set as Lilly was driving into the lane, and that's going to be her 5th foul. So she is disqualified from this game. Fouled out now for, I believe is it just the first time this season? Yeah, her first disqualification this season. First time she's fouled out. But with 5 minutes to go, now you have one big fouled out. You got another big on the floor with 4 fouls and another big on the bench with 4 fouls. Lucia
drives the lane here. She seems to be the primary ball handler for the Golden Eagles as they pull a 3. That was Shannon Blankenship, and now Lucia, another 3. No good, but another rebound by the Golden Eagles, and a foul on the play. Elena Allure called there. And Oswego doesn't seem to be getting a lot of defensive rebounds here, and that's killing them.
Yeah, Blankenship there, good rebound to go back up with it and draw the foul. But the thing that we have to talk about right now is that Brockport is 1 for 21 from behind the arc. That can't happen for the Golden Eagles. If they even made 4 of them, they'd be leading this game by about 6 or 7 points. The thing is, Brian, after Blankenship's second free throw does go through, the thing is, if the Lakers know the 3 is going to come, you have to assume it's going to be a long rebound on the miss, because they've only made 1 all game.
And another thing is the Golden Eagles, as they steal the ball, Felice, little pump fake to get Castiglione jumping by her, and she makes the shot. It's a 1-point game here. But let's say the Golden Eagles, they kind of need to stop shooting these 3s too. They say 1 for 21 is not going to get them the lead, as a nice cut by Kaivana gets her the ball down low. She can't hit the shot, an unfriendly bounce off both sides of the rim. And Brockport brings it back. Lucia, nice dribble move to try and get her by Kaivana. Tight defense. And she'll give it down low to Rosbrook. She's double teamed down low, as Oswego looks to be running a little bit of a defensive trap here. And Lucia with the ball, a little in and out dribble, goes around the baseline, and she'll step out of bounds, give the Lakers back the ball, and they really need to hit a shot here, Mike.
Yeah, Anna Felice turns the ball over there, and well, the best we've seen Brockport's offense has been in transition. When the Lakers do stop them coming across half court, they have a better chance in forcing a bad shot or even forcing a turnover. But if you're the Lakers, you really haven't scored much this half, let alone this quarter. Only 4 points in the quarter, 13 points in the half. You've let Brockport back into this game. They've scored 14 in the third quarter already, 10 in this quarter, and it's just a 1-point game. Like we said before, Brockport, a second half team, right? They feed off the energy that they're sucking out of this Lakers team, and they've been able to play well. They've been able to play calm and composed, but on both ends, what's happening is that they're turning the ball over and they're making these unforced errors, and that's not going to win you basketball games. So at this point, it's really who's going to make less errors on the offensive end of things.
And I think for the Lakers, one thing you've mentioned a few times in this game is shot selection, and it hasn't been great here in the fourth quarter. Some contested shots that have gotten tipped or blocked, not really finding the open spaces they were in the first half.
Yeah, we talked about how the offense is moving without the ball, but they haven't done a lot of that, right? It's a lot of Kaivana running the baseline with the ball and bringing it back out, or Castiglione trying to make a pass inside that gets tipped away. Nothing's really worked. Something's got to change.
As Iglesias has checked back into the game here, Elena Johnson will shoot the three and hit it. That's a huge shot for the Lakers as they get the 4-point lead.
A lot of times out of timeouts, you see set plays and Elena Johnson, a pick and a pop. You get her there on the left wing, and she'll knock down the three anytime.
Lucia drives the lane here off the dribble move. Not hard defense from the Lakers, and she hits the easy layup. It's a 2-point game.
Yeah, Lucia fired up after that, looking at the Brockport bench, pumping her fists and saying, let's go, we're back in this thing. Just a 2-point game.
Iglesias drops the woman and hits the shot. Huge play for Iglesias.
Unreal move from Shania Iglesias. Gets her buckling and touching the earth. Then knocks down the jumper.
Felice for three. No good as they miss another one. And Iglesias gets the ball and a foul. Huge set of plays there for the Lakers. Hitting a few buckets. Gets a foul. Allows the three, which is, I think, okay on defense as they haven't been hitting, especially Felice is pretty cold from out there in this game.
Yeah, I mean, they're all cold from out there, right? They've only made 1 3. They've taken 22 3-point attempts. You want to know what that percentage is? It's 4.5%.
Iglesias will give it to Johnson. She'll shoot the three once more. No good, but they ran the same play they did out of that timeout a couple possessions ago, and Lucia runs the court. No call there as Iglesias went to the ground, and she'll hit the shot. And it's the leads back to 2 for Oswego. Not really sure what the refs are looking at there. They've been calling little contact all game, and no call there.
And why not let them play at the end of the game?
Iglesias will pull the jump shot. No good. It goes around the rim, and Lucia with the ball. She'll get it tipped away, and Johnson grabs it, but throws it away. Castiglione can't save it. Almost a huge play for the Lakers for momentum, but an errant pass from Johnson, and Brockport gets the ball back.
Unforced error on the Brockport end turns into another unforced error, this time on the Lakers end of things. Like we just said, it's who's going to make less errors. That's the team that's going to win this game.
2:20 to go here in the game as Lucia will give it up to Felice. Felice will drive the lane here. Little hook shot, no good off the glass. And they grab the rebound and a foul on Felice Pickett. Looking steady on the board there, finally getting her elbows out and drawing a foul, which is huge for the Lakers as that's Felice's third of the game.
Yeah, one more foul, and that puts the Lakers in the bonus here. Brockport already in the bonus. Felice is going to take a seat, which is not what you want, right? She's the leading scorer for this Brockport team in this game. She's got 16. She's been a little bit lazy on that defensive end in the final 5 minutes. Just 2 minutes to go in this one, 2-point game.
Yeah, not only is Felice the leading scorer in this game, she's the leading scorer for the season for this team. And having her on the bench right now, not what Brockport needs to keep the momentum going. As Johnson with the ball here out at 3. Nice play to get to Castiglione. They go down low to Pickett. Pickett under the basket, no good. But a tipped rebound ends up in Iglesias' hands, and they'll slow it down. 1:35 remaining here in the quarter, and the Lakers, with possession, will look to run the clock even more. She'll pull a three, though. No good. Can't get to the rebound, and Henry will run the court here. She'll get it to Zoots, and timeout Brockport.
Yeah, it's a smart call there from the Brockport head coach, and you know, it's the thing about the Lakers on the offensive end there. They got the offensive rebound. They took more time off the clock, which was smart, but you took a three-pointer. You don't need to shoot a three-pointer with a minute and a half to go, especially when you have the lead. I know Iglesias has been knocking them down, but there's times where you need them, and there's times where you don't need to shoot them, and that was one where you didn't. And now Brockport's going to come out probably with a set play. I don't think they'll look for a three, but I think what they're going to do is, right, you know how the bigs, both of them have 4 fouls, Pickett and Iglesias. They got to attack the rim and possibly draw a foul.
Yeah, No, you mentioned the play by Iglesias. There was 11 seconds on that shot clock with about 1:30 in the game. You could have run that down, given Brockport even less time to get back in this game. But she pulled a three, a little unsteady. Her feet weren't really set when she took it, and kind of a waste of possession for Oswego, especially when they got the offensive board. I know you were motioning to slow down the offense, and they did it for a second, but the three missed, and Brockport got the ball back. And now, with the ball coming out of the timeout, they look to tie this game, maybe even take a lead with a three.
Yeah, I don't think the three is the right move, because you have 1 minute and 19 seconds to go. That's 3 possible possessions at the maximum that really, I guess at the minimum that you can have. It's 3 possessions, and why not take some time off the clock? You got 22 seconds on the shot clock. Take your time. You don't need a three. Attack the hoop and draw a foul.
Now Brockport with the ball. Anna Felice is checked back into the game here as Henry looks to make a little space off the dribble. She'll give it up to Zoots. Go down low to Rosberg. Pickett. Good defense there. No foul call, and Iglesias can't get the rebound. She gets knocked to the floor, and Zoots looks to drive the lane. A little floater off the glass, no good. And no rebounds by Lakers. It's tipped out of bounds. And with 54 seconds to go here, Brockport still with the ball, still looking to tie this one.
Yeah, you had plenty of time to get not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 different rebounds on that play, but you couldn't come up with it, and now you've given Brockport another chance.
Zoots here with the ball. She'll go underneath to Rosbrook. Good double by Castiglione, and she'll steal it and slow the pace down. Exactly what the Lakers need right now. Full shot clock and a lot of time to kill here to make sure they can retain this lead.
Yeah, really good work there from Castiglione, putting her hand in there and stealing the ball.
And she'll drive to the basket here and doesn't hit the shot. And for the first time, no jump ball called as Brockport runs the court. With 19 seconds here to go, Felice has the ball and timeout by Brockport. 15 seconds to go. Brockport down 2. They are probably going to look to get it down low here out of the timeout.
Yeah, I at this point, you know the 3 ball is not working, so you have to be able to play some sturdy defense, keep the feet set, don't lean when you put your hands up, and just cause havoc in the paint. No easy buckets down low, no wide open threes, although that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world considering they're shooting 4% from behind the arc, the Brockport Golden Eagles.
Yeah, you said they're not good from 3, but you can't just give it to them. It's not like they can't hit them, they just haven't been.
Yeah, they're, like you said, they're able to hit them, right? They just haven't been able to do so. So you have to assume there's going to be some sort of play inside the arc, so you can sort of compress that defense a little bit, and just to make sure that you're doubling when anything goes into the paint. You got to double on it and not let anybody through.
And I think that's probably exactly what Pinkerton's been saying to this team right now. And if they do the similar plays that happen again, Ross put the ball down low. We just saw Castiglione, great double team defense, got the ball away from her. I think that's what you got to look for. Double teams down low if they get it to Rosbrook or Zoots maybe, and it's like just play light defense out at 3. Don't give them too much space, but be able to crash the boards or crash the player down low, because that's where they're going to hurt you the most and tie this game up.
Yeah, you got to be able to crash the boards. If a shot goes up, get your body on somebody, get your butt right on the hip, and just box out. Don't worry about even jumping up for the rebound. As long as you have them boxed out, you're in the better position.
Yeah.
But there is going to be a free throw. I believe head coach Sean Pinkerton was awarded a technical foul. So
as Henry misses the shot to bring Brockport within 1.
Yeah, it'll be 2 free throws and the ball here, so no shot clock. 15 seconds to go with Henry at the line.
She will make the second, and a make here from Brockport gives them the lead with 15.3 to go. As you mentioned, no shot clock. They could run this right down to 0 and run away with a win here late in this game.
Yeah, that could happen, and that would really suck the life out of this Lakers team, who's played a phenomenal game. It's just 3rd and 4th quarter. Haven't been able to keep clicking like they were in the first half.
But if you look at the Lakers lineup here, they've gone bigger. One of the few times this game they've gone really big. Allure, a bigger guard. You see Lily on the floor. You see Johnson on the floor. You see Castiglione on the floor. Great double team there. And she loses the ball and a foul called. I am not sure about that one. They were letting them play late, very different style early, and they've gone right back to it, which I don't know if I agree with. They need to be consistent here, and they really haven't been late here, especially with that one.
Right, you let them play throughout the fourth quarter. You haven't called many fouls, especially on those reach-ins when you poke the ball away, and now Castiglione called for the foul. 3.4 seconds remaining. Just a 1-point game, although they've shot 50% from the free throw line.
And Felice here makes the first, ties it up. She's 2 of 3 now, and looks to take a lead with not a lot of time for a Lakers shot.
Felice shoots the ball at a 73% clip, so statistically speaking, she should make this.
And she does, as Brockport takes the lead here, 56-55. Timeout Pinkerton, probably to move the ball here, and look to get a play set up coming out of this timeout. They probably want their best shooters on the floor, on the court. Who might we see here coming out of this timeout?
I'm thinking the ball's going to one person only. It's Danielle Kaivana. She's been the biggest factor for this team throughout the entire game and really throughout a lot of the season as well. But you say, yeah, you don't need a three, but if for whatever reason the ball's not moved up to half court, you're going to have to shoot one. You can't get down the floor in 3.4 seconds. Not many even NBA and WNBA players can do that. So at this point, you inbound the ball, try and create some space off a screen somewhere. And they do move the ball up to half court, which is good. But yeah, try and create some space off a screen, get a good shot selection, don't fade away, and hopefully, just hopefully, the Lakers can get one to go here. And at this point, yes, it's steal away a victory from Brockport, but they don't want to lose it here.
Yeah, exactly. You know, a late loss is a demoralizing loss, especially for this team, though they have seen the losses a little bit too much this season. They're coming off a win. To get 2 in a row late in the season would be a great push into next year, where you can say, hey, we finally figured it out end of last season. Let's bring that into next year. A loss here may not do that as much.
Yeah, gotta be able to get something to go here. This would really erupt the gym and blow the roof off of this place. Although you see Zoots right now, she's going to guard the inbounder, which is Logan Castiglione. Biggest girl on the floor, got to guard the inbounder.
Yeah, as we see Kaivana down on the far block, and the Brockport will take a timeout as well. I don't think they like what they saw.
No, that's just a tactic right there, right? Come out of the timeout and say, hey, I don't like how we're set up. I see how Oswego's setting up, so now you can take your time and say, all right, if Kaivana's going to roll off a screen at the top of the key, which that's what it looked like. They were running a box from a sideline play. If they're running that box and you see Kaivana probably going to come up and around, you got to be able to put somebody on here. So a new defensive alignment for Brockport is surely in order after the timeout here.
Exactly, but I think Sean Pinkerton probably has multiple plays set up here. I don't think we see the box from Oswego either.
No, I don't think so. I mean, the main thing is a clean inbounds pass, although the Lakers set up in the exact same way.
As we now see Mahoney guarding Castiglione, Zoots back on Pickett. And the exact play you called up, Castiglione still has the inbound here as she gets the timeout off before the 5 seconds. That was scary for the Lakers. They cannot take that turnover.
I'll be honest with you. I think I counted to 7 there before she called the timeout. It was actually really close to 5, but then again, Kaivana just kind of came up. There was no screen to free her from it. But what Castiglione has to do with the ball out of bounds is you have to fake a pass one direction to get whoever's going to be moving there, whether it's Mahoney or Zoots. You have to fake a pass, get her to lean one way, make the pass the other way, so you have space to make the pass. And then it's Kaivana. If she's going to be the one rolling off the screen and taking the last shot, she's got to be able to come off that screen clean, shoulder to shoulder, and break away from her defender.
Yeah, it was good defense there by Brockport. They really held tight. They didn't let Castiglione get the ball in there, and they kept it tight to Kaivana. They kept it tight to Pickett, who we could also get the ball here if that lineup stays on the court, if she can maybe roll low and get an inbound pass close to the hoop, because that would be another high percentage shot you would like to see.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, for the Lakers, Iglesias not in the ball game. She did foul out, so that would have been another one that you see to be able to get the ball. Although, without Iglesias, without Katie Lilly down low, you have nobody to really throw it into the paint. And plus, that's not the smartest thing. You don't need a three-pointer, but if they're going down for the Lakers, which they have, they really have tonight, 10 for 28 from behind the arc. That's 36%, which is very good for this Lakers team. You may as well try a three.
Yeah, and another source we see the floor is Elena Johnson, who hit that three coming out of a timeout earlier in the half. Maybe we see that again too. As Castiglione set for inbound, they will get it to Johnson, and it's tipped away. And they are going to call a travel maybe on Brockport to give the ball back to Oswego.
That's exactly what they're going to call. When Lucia picked up the ball, she didn't dribble. Now it's just to be able to decipher how much time was left on the clock when the travel occurred. There's going to be an official timeout here to figure out how much time is going to be on the clock. It won't be enough to really take a couple dribbles. You look back at that last play. It was a bad inbounds pass from Castiglione. Really, I don't think she knew what to do with it. Kaivana wasn't open, Pickett wasn't open, and it only half the clock ticked away there. So 1.7 seconds is surely enough time to get the ball, maybe one dribble, and then you have to put up a shot.
Yeah.
But it needs to be a smart pass from Logan Castiglione.
That was a huge blunder by Lucia there. That's Castiglione. Quick inbound to Kaivana. Couple dribbles into Castiglione. She'll get the shot off. No good. And Brockport walks away with a late victory here. You know, that's demoralizing for the Lakers. It's kind of been the same story. Late blunders, late fall, just like last time when Brockport came back late. They did it again here, this time on Oswego's home court. And it's just not what you want to see from a team.
Yeah, in the first half, the Lakers scored 37 points, but in the second, it was a different story. Only 18 points, 9 in the third quarter, 9 in the fourth quarter. Weren't really able to establish any offense in that second half, but you have to give a lot of credit to this Brockport Golden Eagles team. Only 25 points in the first half, coming back with it. Then with 31 in the second half. We said they were a second-half team. They did the same thing after being down in the first half on their first meeting in December. They came back, and they took the lead and eventually won the game.
Yeah, and they figured it out late. As you said earlier, they weren't hitting threes, 1 for 22 on the game. That's 4%, but they figured it out, got down low, got the Lakers bigs in foul trouble. So, for my partner, Mike Gross, and everybody here at Laker Hall, my name is Brian Bros. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the men's basketball team as they also take on the Brockport Golden Eagles. Coming up, tip-off at 7:30.